A grieving daughter says her final goodbye before her father's body burns to ash in this electric crematorium. The daughter, who asked for her identity to remain private during this emotional time, says she'll never forget how he collapsed in her arms the night before. Suffering from COVID-19, her father's oxygen levels started falling. After frantic calls, a colleague reached out to Srinivas B.V, who leads the youth wing of an opposition political party, for what most of Delhi has been desperately looking for: an oxygen cylinder, which was soon delivered by his team to her house. But later that night, when the cylinder ran out of oxygen, her father ran out of breath.
He could have saved the father easily. Either he would have got oxygen, he could have got a bed, he could have got an ICU bed, could have saved the father easily.
Alone, fragile and COVID-19 positive, she asked Srinivas to help cremate his body, and he willingly did, along with his team. While an unwell mother and an inconsolable brother who lives overseas looked on. Srinivas has barely slept.
Hello.
The phone doesn't stop ringing.
Hello.
Desperate relatives beg for help with beds, medicines and oxygen. People call through the night at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m. begging for a small oxygen cylinder, he says. But he must soldier on, despite criticism from an Indian government official that this is all a public relations ploy. But at a time when the government is still getting its act together, thousands on social media are reaching out to his group for help. Srinivas says he often cries at night. I can't sleep at night. We've seen so many heartbreaking cases. Parents have left behind young children. Who will take care of them? He asks. His support staff back in the war room help prioritize pleas through social media, which is then forwarded to teams in Delhi and states across India. We segregate bed, plasma, medicine and ICU requests here and forward it to our teams, says Srinivas. A desperate plea for help interrupts our conversation. A father begs for an oxygen cylinder for his 3-year-old son. Team Srinivas set off with the cylinder. A visibly weak college professor, Alok Kumar, waits outside his house for his son's lifeline. He asks us to keep some distance. He's COVID positive. He can't thank Srinivas enough. The boy's father says Srinivas's service is service to humanity. He did not ask me which political party I support or caste I belong to. This is how people should help. Inside his home, his toddler, bundled under covers with a pulse oximeter clipped to his toe, breathes shallowly through an oxygen mask. Every day is a new challenge for these people. Their resources are limited, but expectations are not. I've seen 3 people from the same family die before my eyes. Many patients are not treated in time. That breaks my heart, he says. With a heavy heart, but a determined mind, Srinivas goes back to work. Vedika Sud, CNN, New Delhi.